Hello. Yes, we come to this question. The question says the reaction for thermodecomposition of calcium carbonate is given below. This is the equilibrium. Initially, 3 grams of calcium carbonate was placed in 500 cubic centimeter container and then heated, reaching equilibrium at 850 degrees Celsius. Then the question says, calculate the mass of unreacted calcium carbonate that remains in the container. Okay, how do we approach this? Okay, the first approach actually is to have the equilibrium. The equilibrium is between calcium carbonate, which is a solid, that one must be noted, decomposing to give us calcium oxide, which is also a solid, plus carbon dioxide, which is a gas. Now, I need you to know that when you're writing expression for equilibrium constant, we omit solids because they experience very small changes during reactions. So they are almost unchanged. And remember, in equilibrium, we consider changes. So solids during reactions, they almost remain unchanged. So because of that, when you come to write the case expression, you say Kc is equal to product of the concentration. So here we are going to realize that because we have that one as a solid, this one, because of this, we leave it out, and this one, because of being a solid, we leave it out. So that one comes to our Kc expression. Remember, it's supposed to be product of a reactant. But for this reaction, we have only concentration of carbon dioxide as the only entity. So in other words, Kc is equal to concentration of carbon dioxide for this case. And we know Kc. The value of Kc is known. It was given as 0.0108. So this implies that the concentration of our carbon dioxide is that. Now, knowing the concentration, which is now 0.0108, yes, and knowing the volume, which was given as 500 cubic centimeter, and this volume not being in SI units, what do? We convert it to SI units by dividing with 1,000. So it's going to be 500 divided by 1,000, giving you 0.5 cubic decimeter. Okay, next we have number of moles. It is wanted. With this, you have the equation which says that concentration is equal to number of moles over volume. So when you substitute for concentration, What do we get? We are going to say concentration is 0.0108. Number of moles are needed, but we know volume, which is 0.5. Yeah, from this, now we know number of moles. Number of moles are going to be equal to, after cross multiplying, 0.5 times 0.0108. Giving us 0.0054 moles. But we need to know that these moles are for carbon dioxide, because you have to remember where we started from. So the next step is to have the equation again. The equation is calcium carbonate solid giving us calcium oxide solid plus carbon dioxide gas. Okay. So with that, I want us to know that we know number of moles of carbon dioxide, and the question wants unreacted calcium carbonate. So it means that for this equation we are going to make use of this and this. And because of that, you look at the ratio, the mole ratio. The number here is 1, and the number in front of this one is 1. So the mole ratio is known, is 1 to 1. But you have to remember that this number of moles are 0.0054. So if 1 is to 1, therefore this side we are going to have 0.0054. What does that mean? It means that now we know the number of moles of calcium carbonate. So in other words, number of moles of calcium carbonate, we know it now, it is 0.0054 moles. Yes. So what do we do with that? After getting this, then we can convert this number of moles to mass, because we are given mass. So the equation is known. The equation says that N is equal to mass over molar mass. What does that mean? That number of moles are going to be 0.0054. Mass is wanted, but we know molar mass of calcium carbonate is calculatable. So the molar mass of calcium carbonate is going to be calcium, which is 40, plus carbon, which is 12, plus oxygen, which is 16 times 3, giving you 100. Okay. Having that, then you can go back to our equation. The equation says 0.0054 is equal to mass over 100. This one will give you mass. So mass is going to be equal to 0 It's going to be 0.54 grams. But then you have to ask yourself, what is this? What is 0.54 grams? That's the mass of calcium carbonate which reacted. But the question wants the mass of calcium carbonate which is unreacted. So you have to know the equation. The equation says that mass unreacted is equal to mass placed minus mass reacted. So when you come to substitute here, we are going to say, what's the mass we placed in the container? It's there. It is 3. What's the mass which reacted? We know it. It is 0.54. This one will give us the mass of unreacted. Which is 2.46 grams. Yes, this is the mass of unreacted calcium carbonate which remains in the vessel. And with that, I would like to thank you for your time. The channel is PSSB, Physical Sciences Silver Bullet, with me, Richard, here. Yes, we urge you to subscribe, to comment, to like, to share. And we need to tell you that Physical Sciences Silver Bullet is a YouTube science channel handling physical sciences, grade 12, 11, and 10 perfectly, and grade 9 and 8 natural science. We advise you that when you are using our channel, you don't go to video side, you go to playlist, so that you can reach the material of your level easily. When you go to the video, you'll become confused because this channel has a very wide scope. So if you're grade 8 and 9, you go to the channel and look for natural sciences grade 8 or 9 and you press the tile. If you're grade 11 and 10, you go to the channel and look for physical sciences grade 11 or grade 10. For grade 12, each topic is presented as a tile, as independent. So it's up to you to look for the topic of your choice, and then you'll have all the material you need. You can bet on that. With that, I would like to say thank you. See you next time. Bye-bye.